Thank you, Nat. Hello again. Emergency crews are working alongside Defence personnel as more Victorian towns brace for rising floodwaters. Sunrise correspondent Nick Etchells is at Lake's entrance in the Gippsland region. Good morning, Nick. The state's flood threat is far from over.
Look, what was supposed to be a very bad night last night didn't turn out to be as bad as planned. But no, as you say, that doesn't mean it's all over. A lot of water is still heading this way from the high country, and it's spilling into the Gippsland lakes. Now, what's important is that water continues to flow out to sea. But tonight, for the second night, they're predicting another king tide, which could interfere with that. The emergency services personnel and the military are focusing their efforts today on Paynesville, so they'll be monitoring the water level there. A lot of homes could be inundated if that goes under tonight, so hopefully it will be lower than they're predicting. Certainly, thankfully, in the towns we've seen nothing of the sort of devastation we saw at the Yallourn power station yesterday, where swollen rivers managed to breach a 20-metre retaining wall, and the water there just started spilling into the coal dig. Now, the water flowing through was so great that the river beyond that breach started flowing backwards as the millions of litres pumped into that. It's so far not threatening power production, only the transportation of coal to the power plant. But tonight will be another nervous one here in the state's east. Sarah?
OK, thanks, Nick. Thousands of teachers will strike in Melbourne today as they battle for better pay and working conditions. The Australian Education Union is furious the government has failed to honour its pre-election promise to make Victorian teachers the highest paid in the country.
He made that promise. We expect him to honour his word and make an offer that actually values the work of teachers and principals in Victoria.
The union wants a 30% pay rise over 3 years. Police have charged a homeless man after an abandoned hotel in Melbourne's north was destroyed by fire overnight. The Flemington Racecourse Hotel was due to be demolished to make way for an apartment development. Firefighters were concerned squatters who used the units behind the hotel for shelter may have been at risk, but no one was inside at the time.
There's been no damage to adjoining buildings. The damage has been contained to the footprint of the hotel.
Witnesses say the heat from the blaze was so intense it melted overhead tram lines nearby. A former prostitute who claimed she had sex with embattled federal MP Craig Thomson has now retracted her story. She's told Today Tonight she's unsure if she ever slept with the politician. 7 News political reporter Mia Greaves joins me now. Mia, what role did this woman play in the Craig Thomson scandal?
Good morning, Sarah. This woman alleged that she had sex with Craig Thomson in 2005 at the time that he was the boss of the Health Services Union. And this service, costing $770, was paid for with union money. Now a Member of Parliament, Craig Thomson has had a dark cloud hanging over him for quite a while, with allegations he spent $500,000 of union money on prostitutes, travel and his 2007 election campaign. All allegations he denies. Let's take a listen to the woman at the centre of it all.
I used to have a lot of clients that fitted that description. So it's just a really terrible case of mistaken identity.
But Sarah, this latest twist certainly doesn't get Craig Thomson off the hook or in the clear. There's still a charge to this escort agency on his union credit card for $770, and he faces possible action from the federal court as well as 2 police investigations. Sarah?
OK, thanks, Mia. The Queen has visited Prince Philip in hospital 2 days after he was admitted with a bladder infection. He's said to be in good spirits. Buckingham Palace has released a statement saying his condition has improved significantly and he'll continue being treated with antibiotics for a few more days. Earlier, Her Majesty attended a Commonwealth lunch with more than 70 guests, including our Governor-General, Quentin Bryce, and New Zealand's Prime Minister, John Key. Just ahead, the great gay marriage debate. Both sides face off live, but first, here's Koshi.